how's it going? It is Fangs, and I'm currently driving in my brand new Toyota 4Runner TRD with the chip in the window because the concrete truck took out my window the first day I had it. They did fill it in though, and it's looking a little bit better. I think they're gonna do it again. So, I made a video a couple of days ago, and it was like, you know, my reaction to the whole Logan Paul and JJ matchup that's coming, and some people, of course, make the comments, oh my god, you made reaction videos stealing people's content. Oh my god. Yeah, I did. Whatever. I mean, I made it. And guess what? JJ could give 2 Fs if I reacted to his video. You can go ask him if you want. You can go ask him. I ask him all the time. Do you really care if I do this? No, he doesn't care at all because he's the homie. Anyway, so pretty excited about this coming up. They have a press conference, I think, on the 14th maybe, and I will be reacting to that press conference live, probably on Mixer. If you ever want to check me out live on Mixer, link in the description down below. But this is a big video right here. This is a big deal. So you guys know that I was supposed to be an undercard for the KSI Logan Paul rematch. It was a big deal. I was probably gonna fight Millie T, and this was all supposed to happen in February, and it would have been awesome and cool, and I was training for it, and it would have been a great time. But unfortunately, you know, things didn't happen somehow. Both teams, I don't know which one was to fault, like I'm not gonna say, but they did not put it together. And then you thought maybe it was gonna happen this summer, maybe June or July, and it did not get put together again. Instead, JJ went on tour, and there was, you know, the big Logan Paul Challenger games, and now we are here, November the 9th. It's the rematch, and there's two real reasons why I will not be an undercard in this, and they're not because I'm irrelevant and all those things that the wonderful people in the comments of lovely YouTube are going to say. Which fun! Oh yeah, I gotta tell you. Oh no, that comes to the second part, so I can't tell you about that. Now, reason number 1 is going to be because they're a pro fight now. This is no longer a YouTuber boxing match. I know that it's 2 YouTubers, but that does not make it a YouTuber boxing match. It's not gonna be. They are a pro fight now. They're not using head guards. They are registered. Both of them are gonna be registered pro fighters. I don't know how that takes place if you haven't fought in a fight in the United States before and you haven't gone through the whole amateur process. I thought there was like more of something that went with that, but maybe because of who they are, it just got skipped right past that with the boxing commission. I don't really know, but that will no longer be the case, that this is a YouTube match. And listen to this, hold on, this was actually on Twitter, I saw this through Keemstar. This is the person who has helped running these things, and he is telling you that there will be no YouTubers as undercards. Listen here.
A real fight. On the undercard, we want World Championship Boxing. We don't want other YouTubers and celebrities. No, this is a chance for boxing to bring in new fans, and if we're gonna bring them in, we need to show them the greatness of our sport. So that's the reason behind that.
So yeah, you have to, if you are a YouTuber and you want to do that, you have to somehow get a pro boxing like status, which I don't really know. I'd have to go look and see like what the process is to do that, but you have to get a pro boxing status in the United States of America, and then you have to fight without head guards on, which is fine, to be honest. I would actually still do that. I'd still fight without head guards on, but I don't see a lot of people doing that because of risk of injury, and it's kind of scary if you possibly think about it. And I mean, honestly, if it's 2 YouTubers and they both don't have head guards on, maybe they're not going to throw a punch very hard, but it's just, it's a lot different, okay? You have a lot more chance of being knocked out. So, I'm not a pro boxer. I'm not registered as a pro boxer, so there's no way that I am going to be a pro boxer in an undercard for that match, because this is a pro fight, and it looks like they're trying to mix YouTube entertainment with like real world boxing. I believe every single person in that undercard is going to be an actual pro boxer that you would see. And so that's not going to be YouTubers, which is very disappointing. I'm not going to lie. On both ends, I would tell them very disappointing. The whole thing from the beginning is supposed to be a YouTube event with YouTubers. It's entertaining, obviously, to see them 2 fight each other, but then to see like someone like Alex Wasabi and Fuzi 2 fight each other, or Jake Paul and I don't know, whoever he was going to fight, freaking Justin Bieber, that would be entertaining. But to go there, like, I don't watch, I mean, I watch boxing sometimes. I watched all the Mayweather fights, De La Hoya, stuff like that. But besides that, I'm not like really into boxing, nor would a lot of other people who are watching this, you know, that watched it last time. And so it kind of kills the vibe of it. You gotta let me know in the comments down below what you think, but I think that kills the vibe of it. On top of that, people who watch real world boxing are not gonna care to see JJ and Logan fight each other. They're gonna be like, well, who are these 2 guys? And I know JJ is possibly going to try to go pro after this, but he's not fighting a pro boxer, he's fighting Logan Paul. So, I mean, that's different. Logan Paul has had one fight in boxing ever, and it was against JJ, and they had a draw. So, like, it just doesn't make sense, and they're going to have it on, they're not even having it on YouTube. They're having it on an app called DAZN, D-A-Z-N. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it costs $19.99 a month to be on this app. So that's already double the price of what the last fight was. It is cool that it's in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. That's freaking sick. That's gonna be awesome. I'm hoping I get to go. Hopefully I get to be in the VIP section behind my boy JJ. But who's gonna pay $20 for it? Most of this is gonna be, you know, younger people. Not to mention in the UK, apparently it's gotta go through like Sky Sports or something like that. And they have to pay like a really high amount there to watch it at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. or whatever time it's gonna be, because it's West Coast. Like, I don't know. So that's like one of the biggest downfalls of the whole thing, I feel like. You guys can let me know if you think I'm just crazy. But I'm not a pro boxer, so that's one of the reasons why I won't be an undercard in this. It's not a YouTuber event. That's like a big reason why I won't be, but there's another reason that I'm gonna explain to you. Reason number 2. Now, if that is not fully clicking with you, it said promoted to Big Brother, and that's a shirt that Mr. Rookster is gonna be wearing when we are on the beach in the middle of October when he surprises Will's family, who I hope is not watching this. I don't think, because of how I'm titling it, I'm not titling it like I'm pregnant, which, by the way, guys, I am pregnant with baby number 2. Yep, I know what you're thinking. Rook is only 16 months old. What are you doing? I did think, I'm just gonna say, I did think about this, and I was like, you know what, we might be ready to have a second baby, but I was thinking more so like December is whenever I was gonna start trying, because I have a lot coming up. I have a trip to the Cayman at the end of this month for a week that I'm working at. I have 2 girls trips in October and November. I have a business trip in Austin at the end of October. All these things that I'd love to be able to just like, whoa, get crazy for. And due to one little bit of a, you know, drinky evening and a little bit of a good time, your girl is pregnant. I'm 6 weeks and 1 day pregnant today. It's still very early. A lot of things can happen, but the miscarriages that I had before, that if you guys don't remember about, were always at about 5 weeks or 5.5, so I've passed that. And honestly, I am so nauseous. I feel exactly the way that I did with Rook. I'm so nauseous and so tired and have so many symptoms that I don't think this one's going away anytime soon. So I found this out early, like right after I came back from Los Angeles. Whenever I was doing the NBA stuff, I just felt like, ugh. I had the same thing that happened with Rook, where like I looked at, with Rook it was a Chipotle burrito bowl. With this baby, it was a Cabana like taco bowl, and I looked at it and I was like, woo. I was like, oh, you know what, no way, but let's just try it. Let's try take a pregnancy test. And then at that point, I think it was like 3 weeks and like 3 days. It was blue as ever, and I was like, dang! So I went and got all the blood tests done, just to make sure my levels were increasing with the HCG, and they started out at 150 when I was that early, which usually they start off like at like 20 to 50, and then like the 5 days later, when they're normally at like 400, they were at like 5,000. So I'm hoping this is not twins, which I thought with Rook too. His was really high too. Maybe I just have high levels in that, but oh, so yeah, baby number 2 is due April 2020, maybe May. We have to go, our first sonogram is actually not until the 8-week mark, which we're also, I think, at 8 weeks gonna find out if it's a boy or a girl, because they have this new test that I'm not gonna tell you the brand of because it's gonna come later, but apparently they have this thing almost like when you take like DNA genetics, where you like spit in a tube and send it off. You just like, sadly, you have to prick your finger and bleed into this little tube, and then like 7 drops of blood, and then send it to them, and they say within 72 hours they can tell you if you're having a boy or a girl. So we'll find out then if it's a single baby or if it's 2 babies, and we'll get to hear the heartbeat, and that'll all happen. The sonogram is on September the 20th, I think, and then the, hopefully maybe like the day after or the day of is whenever I'll know the gender. So the reason why I'm not telling my in-laws is because we have this trip coming up in October, and it's to the beach, and we really wanted to surprise them. We got that shirt for Rook, and then we're gonna have a picture of the sonogram, and we want him to come like out, because we're all staying in a house together. It's like Will's sister and her family, because she has a baby now, and then his parents and us, and we want him to come out and like bring them a sonogram, and we want to be surprised. So I'm hoping that she doesn't watch this and sees the surprise, because that would kind of suck. But My friends know about it, and I had to tell my dad because they were wondering why I wasn't drinking at his birthday, which I guess, people think I'm an alcoholic. I don't know. They just expect me to be drinking, but yeah, it's crazy. And that is the biggest reason why, even if I was a pro boxer, I cannot fight in the KSI versus Logan Paul undercard. Now, oddly enough, the very first boxing match I ever went to was JJ versus Joe Weller, and Rook was in my belly, 26 weeks old then. If I go to this one on November the 9th, this baby will be in my belly and be about 15 or 16 weeks old, so that would be crazy. I'm kind of hoping that it works out that way. I want to know what you guys want to see. Do you guys want to see some vlogs on the pregnancy on the channel? Because I did a ton for Fubi. I'm thinking more on this one of doing like a weekly update, like a belly bump update. Right now there's like no bump. Like it's, I mean, maybe there's a little bump there. It kind of looks chubbier than it normally is, but that's because I'm bloated as F. Okay, there's no bump really though, and it didn't start coming on last time I feel like until I was maybe 18 weeks or something like that. But if you want to see that, put hashtag bump in the comments down below. Did it again, man. We did it again. I kind of feel like at this point that it's a boy. It feels exactly how I felt with Rook. Nauseous all day, every day, streaming with this nausea. Tired. It's just crazy. What did I do? I'm kidding. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. So guys, that is the biggest reason. I wanted to bring it to you guys. Hopefully you won't see it on Twitter or Instagram until we are able to announce it, and we'll do like a whole gender reveal and all that kind of stuff on the beach. We're gonna bring the gender reveal stuff on the beach to show the family and friends and all of you guys what baby number 2 will be here. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm gonna get off here. I need to eat a salami sandwich, right? All I've had this morning is saltine crackers. That's all I can eat right now. Sprite and saltine crackers. But I'm gonna try to get myself to eat a salami sandwich and some Fritos and bean dip. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy it and you're super excited, dude, smash the thumbs up button. Let's get this thing, like, when's the last time we've hit 2,000 likes? Do it! Let's get this to 2,000 likes. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you guys later.